You think?
Kyle, so during your 2 months there, when new people rolled in, did they ever come and like not start at the bottom? Like if I jump in there and I've got big tattoo that says prison and an arc across my chest and whatever it is that
prison.
Yeah. One of my favorite YouTubers has that tattoo. I didn't make it up. but yeah. 23 in lockup. I forget what it is. But anyway, do people roll in and they're obviously like experienced prisoners and they're like, oh, don't.
Yeah. Not only that, they roll in and they already have friends there.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up. You walk in, you're like Charlie.
Like, I saw it happen.
With him or Charlie. Like
whenever Block got there and became my cellmate for a short time before he moved to another cube because he knew people on the other side of the dorm. They had been in Atlanta together, so they had been in the Atlanta camp, and now they were transferring to the Alabama camp. And they knew each other from there. They're like, yeah, what's going on back in Atlanta? This and that. A lot of them who had been there before knew each other because they were all doing so much time, 4 to 12 years and shit like that. So they just knew each other and they recognized each other. So yeah, they sort of started out and like immediately got a job. Immediately they had privileges and like, oh, you need, like it took me like 4 days to get shampoo. At least. I'm washing my hair with this bullshit made by deaf people soap. I'm brushing my teeth with a toothbrush that was made by a guy with a wooden leg or something. And I have no way of getting anything better. But these guys, it's like, oh, yeah, let's get you some Colgate, motherfucker. They're hooking these guys up right away because they know them and shit. Yeah, for sure. They started out at like a level 3 prison RPG character.
It's not fair. Some people are just born with advantages.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they had all their perks. They had
there's so many jokes.
Yeah, they already had their Daedric armor.
They're starting out with fucking Daedric armor. Dude's got a fucking magic rings, magic necklace on. His smithing is already at level 100. He can repair any of the ebony armor, whatever he needs. He can
make chanks.
He can do several of the dragon yells, whatever they're called, the Fura, Su, or whatever.
Fusroda.
He knows them all.
Furas.
He's got everything. He's all set. He's already got a house in Whiterun. He's good to go.
He's got a house in Whiterun.
Was there like an overarching like a mob or like anything that you could be like this? You could point to that body of people and be like, they're the ones in charge of the entire prison.
Just black people in general. They didn't really have an organization. They just black people in general. I would say it's about 75-80% black people, and then it's white people are definitely the minority. And it didn't seem like there were a lot of young white people. Mostly old white people there, and mostly young black people,
Do you think that it was? Do you think that that's mostly based? Do you think that they're like the age discrepancy is based off of like where the judge is setting them, or like because you said that prisoners or people get to decide like, hey, I'd like to transfer in 18 months. Do you think that like these people, like the old white dudes, were just like, I want to go back to where I grew up, or like what? Why do you think there's a?
I don't know. I just noticed that a lot of the white guys were 50 to 70 years old. Like a lot of them were
70.
Yeah, there was a guy who was like about 66 years old. We called him Mac. He had served in fucking Vietnam, I think.
Holy shit.
He had.
That's nuts.
Yeah, he was 66, 67, something like that, and he could barely walk. He had to use a walker to get everywhere, and like he couldn't go get his own food and stuff. And
how long had he been in?
9 years, and I think he had like 2 or 3 more to go.
Damn.
What was he? Do you know what he was in for, or was that just
bribing? It was a bribery thing. But I'm sure the fact that he got so much time would suggest to me anyway. I didn't ask that he had priors of some kind.
Yeah, priors. Yeah. I mean, so is there like some level of respect that people have, or not respect, but like generally like you don't just beat up the elderly, like was there any like limit that
everybody was real nice to him. Snow would actually make that guy food or bring that guy his meals from the cafeteria every single day. That guy never had to go to the cafeteria because Snow would go to the cafeteria, bring that guy his personal meal, Snow would, and then Snow would cook himself something. So like that guy was getting Snow's meal every day.
I was
that's
surprised when you were talking about how just not going to the cafeteria and cooking for yourself is an option. Like I would have thought that they force everybody to eat from the cafeteria and there's a designated meal time. And I'm basing
what I
all of this on the episodes of Oz that I watched.
Yeah, there definitely is a designated meal time. You know, they call you, and it's like, you know, afternoon meal is now being served. Afternoon meal, last call for afternoon meal. Dining hall is closed. And you're like, fuck, I didn't hear the first. I didn't know it was open. Tough shit. Are they listening? You know, there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast is 6 a.m. Then lunch is 10:30 a.m. and then dinner is 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., something like that. And food's fine. Food's fine. I don't know. It's cafeteria food like from high school.
Was it on a previous PKA that we found the prison recipe book, or was this something that I'm misremembering? If I didn't,
Maybe
remember
so.
here-
You know, while I was in there, I was you know, I'm a bit of a entrepreneur, so I was thinking like a commissary cookbook. That